these guys to really take a hit unless you get a special off of them. And there's the gravity marker looking perhaps to tie down some of these individual Borg ships. Borg moving up Ray, trying to put a little bit more pressure on his, moving up with some of leading with a damaged scout cube. Not a necessarily great idea. Probably wants to put these two assemblers next side by side so that they can soak up a little bit of the damage, and these scout cubes could provide just a tad bit of additional DPS. But the Borg are doing a little bit of a gamble here, looking perhaps to take on these cohorts. They could get a couple kills out of this. Oh, and look at that. There's going to be some torpedoes here taking out one of those guys. Going to end up sacrificing that scout cube. Not so great here. This Q-Edge class taking a ton of damage right off the bat. Wow, those torpedo misses hurt, but by golly, are they getting some DPS? And there's a veteran cohort. Oh, Boggz has got to be happy. Everyone loves a veteran cohort. These things have got to be the veterans of veterans. At least they're my favorite. And look at those torpedoes just tagging the crap out of everything, even though they've got miss rate. These, I don't know where these guys are going. Wow, Boggz even calling out the torpedo damage. Just looking how nasty he's getting torn up with these Asims. These Asims really just tagging things left and right. Here we expecting something. Oh, going for the, oddly enough, he's going for the veteran. I don't know this is necessarily the greatest idea. The veteran getting tagged, but the Borg getting tagged with a ton. Oh, and down goes a gravity marker. And this cohort not able to fire. Engines going down. Going to get the vet cohort. However, an interesting trade-off here. This guy feeling a lot of damage here. Needing to go ahead and finish off this. I bet you wish Ray had himself a beam assimilator, as those guys would be nice. And here comes another torpedo. The problem here, oh, he ends up getting some kills off of these things. He is going to end up getting a kill off of that vet. Oddly enough, he is getting some nasty kills off with these torpedoes, even with their mischance against this Boggz. Getting a kill off the Asim, that gravity marker coming in into play. But, and you can see the torpedoes missing, but, and nonetheless, Boggz getting chased off, losing too many ships, really, for his liking here. Looking to move into Sangs as we move into the solid middle game here. Ray putting on a heck of a fight here, same as Boggz. Boggz moving in a couple Brels, looking to get off a couple of sacrificial guys. Really, I think these Brels are sacrifices to these torpedo assimilators, even though they're torpedoes, and these Brels should have a nice mischance. They are looking to get perhaps off a, oh, not even getting off a shot. This guy needs to get ahead. And there it is, the gravity marker. This guy is going to be a sitting duck, going to allow the Klingons to tag this guy, perhaps with some Sangs. The problem here is the assimilator here is a long-range vessel. It is going to be able to go toe-to-toe at distance with a lot of these other ships, going to force them to move back. And you can see that this Charg having to go back and repair, but these Sangs would be able to catch up with this guy. Ray has got to be hitting that gravity marker. As a Borg, he really not in a position to deal with it. This guy is shadowing this guy a little bit, probably a little bit of a guard going on there. Boggz moving up, feeling the benefit of his gravity marker. Really, the only thing as a Borg player that you need to do to get rid of this is to hit refresh or recycle. And but that'll put you out for about, I forget, 30 seconds to a minute almost. And that will leave your guys a sitting duck, and that's not a good thing, because sitting duck Borger sucks. In the meantime, you can see that moving into a sphere, not getting that ready, a little bit on the minus, doesn't have the resources to finish it off. Trying to get it here, probably in this dilithium shipment here, and we should see a sphere. So Ray moving into the late mid game with a sphere. Boggz moving into the mid game with his Sangs, and Borg going into just hoping to get off a decent number of ships. And down goes another. Oh, and so we probably the other problem that Ray could be facing here is a supply deficit. If we don't see this guy building, he's either resource constrained or supply constrained, and that could suck for him. That'll put him back for a good few 2-3 minutes if he doesn't have the supply, as you'll have to wait for the incubation center to finish it off. So now we see in the meantime that Ray is trying to move over here, trying to get a little bit of expansion going on, but these scouts are tagging along, know what's going on. You can see that Ray has recycled, whatever. And this SM going to allow him to hang in there. And Boggz, aware of the resource sims, trying to move over here, gonna try to get a couple free kills. Boggz, at the same time, looking to take on a second expansion. This is going to turn into a resource game here, as the Klingons would be able to. And yes, so this sphere is going up in the context of a supply deficit. You can see because the incubation centers are going up. And in the meantime, these resource assimilators over here are going all the way up here, and they are susceptible to an attack if the Klingons wanted to do it. But the question are, where are the Klingon ships? Suffering substantial losses throughout these engagements. Boggz is just hanging on, trying to do a resource game here. Not a bad strategy, but you can see that he's moved into a field yard extension. But I don't really see any offensive ships on his part here. He is going to get a couple of these kills here, and this Burrell is going to be able to tag. These guys are going to be able to tag this resource assimilator, and we'll check to see if this guy has a combat tractor. It does not have his combat tractor. So they may be getting a kill here, and it does look like it. Question is, make sure whether or not. However, Ray has the superior forces on the board, is going to be able to go harass here. Boggz trying to get another Sang out on the board. This guy is going down. It's around 25%. And it looks to be acting as a sacrificial resource assimilator. It is going to easily distract these guys while this other guy runs to safety. Not a bad move. Good move on his part. These Klingon ships are going to want to try to run and go grab this guy. Ray, in the meantime, moving up, going to try to pressure this guy. And take a look at these Borg shots. Pounding this guy almost 10% per shot. This guy is just tagging a ton of damage. These Asims having torpedo compensation, you can see, are taking hits here about 1% a pop, and they are going to decimate that structure. Wow, these guys are siege beasts, as you can tell, and the torpedoes tagging this Sand class, which I believe is a medium-sized ship. Boggz losing a structure, but not unexpectedly there. An engine thing going down. Boggz utilizing tractor beam again, getting a repair off. Wonderful ability here. So Ray sieging from long range, tagging this battle yard, looking at it, look at it go. And where are the other Klingon ships? Klingons needing to consolidate, get a little bit of pressure on them. These torpedo compensations that I was saying, this torpedo Sims, which I was kind of dishing on earlier, are really showing a decent showing here. This battle yard under heavy siege, pumping out another Sang class. These torpedoes great against Borg, but these torpedo compensating assimilators just eating up more damage than you might expect. They are going to get the battle yard. A little bit of cancel on this guy would be nice. Ray losing an assimilator, not necessarily the right move. He's expecting to tag this battle yard at all cost, and it is going to be costly. It's question is whether he's going to get that final parting blow, and he is going to get it. Not. Ray calling the OMFG, losing to a Sims not to get the kill. Bad move. That is going to be very likely a game-changing